Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Jordan and welcome to my February TBR. This is just going to be a quick video about the books that I hope to read in February. I've got 8 to talk about. I actually hope to read more than that this month, but we'll start with this 8. So with February obviously being Valentine's Day month, my TBR is a little bit heavy on romances, which is not one of my top favorite or most read genres, but I feel like if I'm ever gonna read romance, it might as well be in February. And I am very sorry if during this video you hear barking. There is a very large, very loud dog that lives right next door, and he's outside, he's barking right now. Don't know when he's gonna stop. So I guess we're just gonna have to deal with it. So the first 3 books that I plan to read are actually going to be for a video, a book series binge video, because I want to read all 3 books in the Brown Sisters trilogy. So this is a book series written by Talia Hibbert. It follows 3 different sisters named Chloe Brown, Dani Brown, and Eve Brown. They each get their own book talking about their romance. And when I tell you I have heard nothing but good things about these books, I literally mean I have not heard a single bad thing, which on one hand makes me nervous because I don't like romance books that everyone else seems to love. But also on the other hand, like, it can't be bad if that many people love it so much. I've also heard different people say that each 3 of these books are their favorite books, which tells me that this whole series is solid. Like, I don't think it's the case where the first book is really, really good, and then the second 2 books just go downhill from there. Sounds like all 3 of them are equally good, and everyone kind of finds their own favorite within the bunch. So I'm very excited to read these 3. I don't know like the specific plots about each of them, nor do I think I really need to know them going in. But in case you're not familiar with the series, the first book is called Get a Life, Chloe Brown. Second book is called Take a Hint, Dani Brown. And the third book is called Act Your Age, Eve Brown. We can just go ahead and keep riding the romance train because a book that I will absolutely be reading in February is Reminders of Him by Colleen Hoover. This book just came out in January. This is Colleen Hoover's newest release. Colleen Hoover writes primarily contemporary romance, although she's also dabbled in thrillers and like paranormal romance. But as far as I know, this is a straight up contemporary romance. She does emotional, hard-hitting romances really well, and I love them. She's one of the very few romance readers that I continue reading, and I remember her posting about this book and saying this book is the one that broke her and that she actually got emotional while writing, which apparently doesn't happen to her often, even though her books are very, very emotional. So I'm really interested to dive into this one to find out what exactly made this so personal for her and so emotional to write. All I know about the synopsis is that we're following a woman who was in prison for a few years, and it sounds like she has a daughter, and then I'm assuming finds romance in some capacity after that. I think that is the entirety of romance that I have on my TBR. The rest are other genres, obviously. So the next book I want to read is actually a thriller. It's called The Husband's Secret by Liane Moriarty. This is a backlist book. It's a few years old, actually pretty far back. It was written in 2013. I picked this book up when I was shopping at a bookstore with one of my real life friends. She loves reading mystery thrillers. She loves Liane Moriarty, and she told me this one is amazing. And I actually was able to get this book for free because that particular bookstore had a buy a brand new book, get a used book for free. And this is a used copy, so I got it for free, so I might as well read it, and I might as well see what the hype is about, see if it's something I enjoy. I do believe it is a domestic thriller, which is not my favorite type of thriller. I don't love books where like husbands and wives are cheating on each other and keeping secrets from each other, which obviously by the title, The Husband's Secret, this is probably going to be that, but I still want to try it because, again, it did get such high praise from one of my friends. So I'm going to give it a try. I have the audiobook on Audible actually from years ago. Again, just never ended up reading it. So I hope to read this one. Hope to like it, but we'll see how it goes. And then the next book I want to read, I believe is also a mystery thriller. It's called Finlay, Donovan is Killing It. I think it is sometimes classified as like a cozy mystery, which I'm not totally sure on what that definition is, but I think it's more of like a lighter mystery, lighthearted. That's just my interpretation of a cozy mystery, but don't hold me to that. And I'm not even 100% sure that this is that. The synopsis of this book is that our main character, Finlay, is a writer, and she's having lunch with her agent, and she's talking about her next novel, and it's like a murder mystery type of book, and someone overhears her and thinks that she's talking about real life, and they think she's a killer, and so they ask her to kill someone for them, and I guess it goes from there. I don't know if she actually does end up killing somebody for that person or what, but I've heard, again, nothing but good things about this book. I hear it's super fun, and this has ended up on a lot of people's favorite books of all of 2021 lists, so it can't be bad, right? And I really love this bright pink cover. perfect for February and Valentine's Day. And then the last two books that I want to read are both sci-fi, which is a genre that I want to get more into. I want to hone my tastes, so I'm excited to read these two and find out if I like them. The first one is The Space Between Worlds by Micaiah Johnson, and I believe this is like a parallel universes, alternate reality type story. I think the premise is we are following this main character who lives in a world where multiverse travel is possible, but you can't go to a different universe where you are still alive. That's the rules of this universe, or multiverse, I should say. But then it sounds like our main character does that. She goes to a different world where she is still alive, and I'm assuming that causes all kinds of problems. This book is actually on my 5-star predictions list that I made last year, so I have high expectations. I've really liked multiverse, alternate reality stories in the past, so I hope that that holds true for this one. We will see. Of course, I will update with my thoughts. And then the last book that I want to read, I have not heard anybody else talk about in the past. It's called Dare to Know by James Kennedy, and I picked this up when I was at Barnes & Noble one day, 100% because of the cover, and also because it had a sticker on it that it was like 50 or 60% off or something, so it was super on sale. I saw the cover, then I read the description, and then I said, yeah, I'm picking that up. So this is about a salesperson who works for a company that has the technology to tell people the exact date and second they are going to die. The only rule for people that work at this company is that they can't look up their own death dates. They can't look up their own information, but our main character does, and his date is actually in the past. So that's strange. I don't know what happens after that. I don't know where else this book goes. But come on, that sounds so interesting. It's so fun. This is a pretty short book. It looks like less than 300 pages. It's also kind of a small book, so I'm expecting this to read it really, really fast. I'm hoping that it is still complex enough to have a full story in here and it doesn't feel, you know, unfinished or like it's leaving me hanging. But we will see, and if I like it, hopefully I can shout it out, but it's always kind of a risk for a book that you have never heard of before. So that is it. Again, I hope to read more than that because February I want to be a good reading month, a heavy reading month, but we'll see. I'm gonna set my expectations relatively reasonably and just see how that goes. So please tell me what is on your February TBR. Also tell me if you've read any of the books that I have on my TBR and what you thought of them. And other than that, I don't think I have anything else. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one.